This week, we're going to take a look at another aspect of a balanced literacy framework that requires high teacher support: interactive writing. In this type of group writing, both the teacher and the students share the pen to create a large text that can be read over and over and over again. Interactive writing is generally seen as part of the primary literacy classroom, grades kindergarten, first, and early second. But it also has an important place in the intermediate classroom. As you read the articles and watch the videos this week, begin thinking about the components you see within the lessons and how you can implement those in your own work. There are 5 essential elements of interactive writing that I want to discuss right now. The first being, provide a base of active learning experiences. Children's experiences create the foundation for interactive writing. Some of their experiences are individual or personal, and some are fairly common to the class. For example, taking a field trip, an experiment, listening to a guest speaker, and so on. All these experiences include exploration, discovery, and talk. Another shared experience is through children's literature. This includes, but is not limited to, poems, rhymes, chants, stories, informational books, etc. These learning experiences give that common experience for everyone to write about. The second element is talking to establish a purpose for writing. Establishing purpose is an important part of the learning process in interactive writing. This helps young children learn that writing serves many different functions. For example, a list serves one purpose. Sequential directions serve another. These writings not only have different functions, but also different formats. We want the children to know that other people will be reading their writing and it will need to make sense to others. 3, composing the text. Having a common experience and establishing a purpose through talk, the next step is to compose a text with the children. The children and the teacher decide what they're going to write on the chart paper. We want the children to think about their message and their audience. Once a sentence has been composed, have the children repeat it a few times so they have it in their heads. I would suggest writing the composed text on a Post-it note so you don't forget the text. Number 4, constructing the text. Once the text is composed, the teacher and the children write together. They are sharing the marker back and forth. This is written letter by letter, or letter cluster by letter cluster, word by word across the page, having that return sweep to begin the new line, leaving appropriate spacing between words and lines. This is when the teacher makes teaching points to help students attend to features of letters and words. The teacher will invite a child to come up to the easel and to contribute a letter, a word, or part of a word, or punctuation. There are many things happening at once during the actual construction of the text. The text written by the children focus their attention on sounds, letters, and word structure. It gives them more ownership of the piece and captures their attention. The final element is rereading the text during construction. During the construction of the text, the teacher and the children are rereading what they've already written to decide where to put the next word. They're saying each word slowly to hear the sounds in the word. They're attending to spaces, developing word-by-word matching, directional movement, and monitoring using sound to letter information. The goal of interactive writing is to shift control to the children to become independent writers. Now you're thinking, well, this is fine and dandy for kindergarten, first grade, and early second graders, but what about later second grade through fifth grade? Well, these students have experience with writing, and there are some shifts. The composing and writing go back and forth more quickly. They're able to compose and write more sentences in one lesson. The actual writing and or typing of the text is faster. These children often have a core of known words that they can easily and fluently write or type. This speeds the process along. While interactive writing happens daily in kindergarten and first grade for about 10 to 15 minutes, it's less frequent in grades 2 through 5. However, the length of the lesson may be 20 or 30 minutes. In grades 2 through 5, interactive writing can expand and extend genre studies. In all grade levels, the interactive writing is displayed in the classroom to be used as a resource for the students. There are some misunderstandings out there about interactive writing. One misunderstanding is that every child must have a turn every day. Another misunderstanding is that the children are called up in alphabetical order, or you're drawing their names from a can their names are written on a popsicle stick and you pull it out of the can. Or that the teacher is drawing lines for every letter in the word. These things remove the opportunity to make the choices that maximize student learning. Teachers must be intentional in selecting children to participate. For example, if in writing workshop, a teacher just taught a child how to add speech marks to indicate dialogue, then during interactive writing, this child could be asked to come up to the chart and place quotation marks on the group story. Now, how did teachers do this? By observing, informally assessing, and documenting this assessment on the students every chance they get. Okay, by the end of the week, you will be able to create and teach an interactive writing lesson with one student. Here are a couple videos for you to watch showing you interactive writing. This is writing with Google Docs to foster collaboration and creation. This is a blog by Caitlin Tucker. You have 2 reading assignments. Please review the video guidelines before you make your video this week. Here is our rubric. Here are the standards which you will need for your lesson plan. Your interactive writing lesson. Using all of the information you have gained regarding the interactive writing process, create and teach a lesson to your selected case study participant. You may teach your lesson to multiple children if you feel comfortable. Use the lesson plan found under week 3 on Moodle to plan your lesson. It is also right here. Remember to be explicit with your objectives. You are going to videotape yourself teaching this lesson and post the lesson plan to the discussion board and the video on YouTube. If you have any questions, please ask me. I am here to help you learn these elements of a balanced literacy framework.